you know, something that just helps them be less
I kind of really want
conscious.
these. You need to look at all the pictures.
Welcome
I
to Dungeon Mechanics.
Hello.
Bienvenue.
I don't even try anymore with the cat herding because I could be like, we're going on in like 10 seconds, and they'd be like, so. Have you ever shoved a? I'm like, what are we talking about?
Whoa,
Exactly.
whoa.
It's always like it's always a hot take. Welcome everyone to Dungeon Mechanics. We're here for another exciting episode of Dusk of Achordia. We're on episode 30. That makes us like almost a big deal. Almost a big deal.
Whoa.
It only took us 3 years. No, I don't know when the campaign started, but it's been a hot minute. It's been like 7-8 days campaign real time. This is a real time campaign, folks. Every second, every minutiae of a thought is explored here. So buckle up.
I've been here for like 3 days.
It is the D&D. It is the D&D campaign that plays out in real time.
But I think hasn't Gage been with us for like 15 episodes ish, give or take?
It's been a few. I don't know if it's 15, but it's been a few.
I feel like
I don't know.
we had a lot of changes at the beginning, and then the city fell, and then it like
Yeah, from the pivot point of the campaign.
that was the first hump. The hump that I didn't see. So we
You
are
have not stopped pivoting.
yes,
This is
facts.
true.
We are raising money for No Kid Hungry this week. And we are continuing on into the weekend with Saturday and Sunday for more actual holiday-esque sessions. Tonight's going to be our regular scheduled program, but we will have the donation menu available as well as the link in chat, which is No Kid. No kidding. It's No Kid, but I was... Anyways... so far we have raised over $700.
He's such a natural. He's such a natural.
And for every $50, we provide 500 meals. So that's like 7,000 meals if I'm doing quick maths. But we're not stopping here. We're gonna keep pushing, keep going as high as possible because we like to feed them kids and also provide potential torture based on what is available on the donation list. Don't buy them any rare magical items because I'm just gonna destroy them. So just bump it up a little bit more and
Bless.
and go for something a little bit more tangible, like a monster drop or something. I don't know.
No. Whoa.
We have residual like monies from the
Yeah,
last
that-
one.
yeah, that's
I
for
can
the
totally
weekend.
make
That's
that.
for the
I can
weekend.
totally make that a monster drop.
Okay, you see this monster right here? Push it somewhere else.
No, it's like you push it out of this block and then it goes into like the next adjacent block. But
Can we
No
just
legendary
push it
artifacts.
into Diademia?
no.
I'm down. I'm down to scrap it and don the diademia. Come on.
They're not ready. They're still recovering.
We're ready?
Yeah, y'all are like 30 episodes in. They're like 15.
One of the people here is 30 episodes in.
You're still pretty high
Oh,
on the
no, he's
list
not that
there,
good.
You're
Miranda.
only 5 episodes behind.
Yeah, you joined like
Next highest on
you
the
joined
list.
like episode what, 8 or 9? I'll go back.
I have no idea. I know I joined after Sheree by like a month.
Yes, but like in episode time, that was like one. I think she was on for like 2 episodes before we introduced you. So that was back when we were like bi-weekly.
But she was on like even after Brett Nash and Corey and people I didn't know were ever on.
Only for like a little bit.
Huh.
Yeah, we didn't have.
It
very
couldn't have
many
been more than like 3 if I had to guess.
There was a long pause.
Ah.
because it was like they met her and then they immediately had to go fix the dash issue, and then when they went to go speak with the guild masters, that's when they encountered Gil. Guild masters! Gil! I'm here all day, folks. Or all night. Anyways, in our last episode, our heroes questioned the now mortal gods that were brought to Odinia, and found out that Mother had been up to her old tricks, as well as removing the divinity from pretty much any god she can come across. So, watch out, gods. Hide your kids. Hide your wives. And in the process of the conversation, they later met up with Davrin, who was bringing back another member from the resurrection pool, and it turned out to be this young tiefling male named Annie, who was convinced that he wasn't Odinian, like low-key, high-key. And after the party collected themselves and began to question him, they found out that he knew Aaronrel and referred to him as his master. He was Aaronrel's apprentice. And Father Uppies. And after a long-winded discussion of sorta maybe traumatizing information in a very short period of time, but also trying to convince them that they weren't terrible people, Annie like opened up slightly to them and ultimately offered a bit of assistance if they should need it, all things considered. And after their conversation, something fun happened, chat. So these terrible, dark, black towers began to spring up on the moon of Avior, as well as noticeably seen on Achordia. And then I kind of like ended it with my own shenanigans. They had like 3 hours of no drama, so I just felt like, you know, God forbid. Gotta keep true. They didn't.
I'm sorry.
They didn't do anything. They were bored. They were like, I don't know. I don't want to wait around for 3 weeks. So. Oh, sorry. What were you saying, Miranda?
No, I was gonna say I don't think it was no drama. I think Annie popping out was dramatic.
5. It's a 5-er. Let's go.
Let's go. Thank you, Stronghold D&D, for the lovely subscriptions. If you got a lovely subscription from Stronghold D&D, feel free to shout them out and say thank you.
Yo, I know literally all those people are from my community.
What?
Have
Except Savage, but everyone there is from my community.
you don't have the bits activated
Why wouldn't I have bits activated when
it's
there's potentially the same thing for
$100.
donation?
That's right.
Why would I?
Really inappropriate to start talking about Stax's bits.
Oh, my bad.
Ah! What happens with my bits stays with my bits.
I'd like to say I think it's bold for us to be the sequel to Eternals.
What? I don't get it.
I get it. I get it.
The Celestial emerging.
It's gonna go
Fingers
right over. It's
reaching.
just.
I even watched Eternals. That's the sad part.
Yeah.
Well,
it was for
you
a forgettable
matched.
movie.
That's what happens when you have too many stars in one 3-hour block. Anyways, as you see these towers spring up, that is where we're going to open it. We're on a level 2 hype train. I haven't seen a hype train in a hot minute, but
Monday.
This one's level 2.
I know we bypassed level 1 and just went straight to level 2. Unlike y'all's levels, y'all are level 7 and Gage is level 9. So here we are.
I thought we leveled up last time.
No,
I
we cheated.
didn't.
What would y'all like to do?
Level up?
That's within your power.
Level up?
So this is where we see the
Yes,
towers.
and they're really big, like huge, like past
Shadow over us.
past what like planes would fly in height, like all the way up there, just like boom.
That's even on the moon?
Do we see mountains in between the closest tower, or is it like on the same plane? Like, can we see how close this thing might be? Maybe
Roll a perception check.
the nearest one, anyway.
Well, I like how you
Same.
said that.
Perception. Hey, shit. Stags. Disadvantage, yes or no? For no reason.
No.
Oh, okay.
14.
I enjoyed it.
20?
Once again, rolling low on things I'm supposed to be good at.
Dirty
Yeah,
20?
me too. I rolled a 10 with advantage.
I need to pull up my character sheet. Give me a second.
I rolled a 4 and a 1.
I should have taken the Sentinel shield. Because I have this +3 shield, I should have done it.
That's what Mal has, isn't it?
No.
Oh, I thought Mal had the Sentinel shield.
Mal has yeah, it is what I have. Oh yeah,
That's why you have advantage, probably.
that's right.
Sweet passive perception.
My passive is 21.
Yeah, mine's only 19.
17. A passive. 24.
Huh?
Passive only allows you to make a perception check sometimes.
No, I know. I got a 17. We're talking
Oh,
about passive
so
perception.
Gil and Shade, you see that it is more southward towards Quasi, if you had to look at that map that I pinned in the chat.
East in the Discord chat.
Too many chats.
Too many chats. Too many chats. If you get the reference, you're cooler in my book. If it's not, well, hey, it's fine.
Close to what did you say?
Quasi.
I might be looking at the wrong map.
The one that says Avior in the top left corner?
Yeah.
Oh, there it is. It's real small.
It's like south.
Oh, next to the red desert.
Below the red
I
desert.
see. It was like the only one I didn't read.
Yeah.
So it's that far away.
Yeah, it's like
Ooh.
opposite direction.
We're where again?
And it's the
Odinia.
direction. Were there any that appeared in the northwest, like maybe towards Diremore?
Do you
Towards
want
your
me to make
destination.
more terrible
No,
towers?
thank you.
I mean, I can roll a d4 real quick if that'll suit your fancy.
Thank you.
No.
D4 plus 16.
D4 plus. Oh. Stop it.
And another
Ah,
D4
they're
for
so-
distance in feet.
But they are
Are
so.
you?
Also see them on
Achordia.
on Achordia.
Yeah, so far you can see like one on Achordia. And
So
then the
there's
one
here and
on
the one on Achordia.
Are they emitting anything at all?
darkness.
Darkness.
Now,
are
is
mid-
this a magical
Imagine like
darkness
a tower
that-
and then like conceal it in the fog machine cloud and then remove the concealer and it like roofs down but it's like all black.
Oh.
Swoopiness.
So is it like a foggy darkness?
Yeah.
Can my true sight eyes penetrate?
The darkness?
I mean, it's just like
Let me
It
look
deals.
at it.
It does penetrate magical darkness.
Not that kind of magical darkness. Behind the darkness, you see a dark
More
tower.
darkness.
If it's like a cloudy kind of darkness, then we wouldn't be able to see through that.
Cloudy
mean,
with
like,
a
It's a
chance of
physical obstruction.
darkness.
weird. Okay.
Let me see if there would be anything special that you see. Besides, it's shaped like a.
Dawn.
Yes.
You said it, not me.
Ding dong. Clock tower. Clock tower. That's what I said.
Whoa, good save.
Yeah. The rest of it got cut out. I don't know what happened.
For the children.
I forgot.
As you're looking into it, it seems to have a dual in tandemness. As far as what Gil and Gage's eyes reveal, there seems to be like an opening severance between this plane and like an ethereal plane. Like the tower is giving off a ethereal plane presence.
Okay.
That's what I see, right?
Yeah,
Just
you see
darkness.
like the darkness in the tower.
Guys, it's really dark.
Ish.
It is concerning.
Well, what do we want to do about that?
Is
We
this?
must approach.
God damn it! Are some of us gonna approach and some of us gonna go somewhere else?
I believe this is a priority. We should all go.
It's really far.
I am
Well,
not
yeah.
sure why that matters.
We were gonna get a transport, right? Yeah.
How fast is that transport? And it matters because in the time it takes us to get there, other things might happen.
But we don't know what those things are or where they will be. They could be ahead of us.
It could be.
Is Dorian around? I would assume.
Who?
I would say perhaps we could
Not Darren.
ask about this tower.
I spelled it wrong. I forgot
Maybe
his
someone knows something.
name.
Darren.
He had left off a bit to go contact Aaron Rail. So he's here, but just like not in the immediate vicinity.
Ah.
We should probably go get him because he has transport he was going to get for us. We could probably use that to get over there quickly. We should also get Annie, even though he said he was going to take a nap or like rest, but like also.
Let the man sleep.
Excuse me.
You re-traumatize him and then wake him up?
Listen,
Shit.
we
I
got
wanted
answers.
to go-
I'm gonna put Reaper on a 72-hour shift. Tell him to sleep for like 2 minutes, and then immediately come in there with like the clanking
I've been
bang
awake
horns.
since like 2 a.m. I don't want to hear it.
Be like, Tartar, get up! You gotta go
wanted
save
to-
the world.
Up, come on. Wakey, eggs Mickey. Okay.
I wanted to go find one of my brethren or sister at Diremore or towards Diremore, but I feel like these towers are a new
Priority?
development that
Yes.
must be investigated.
Unless you believe that your compatriot might know something of this tower, we should go to the tower first.
Just in case.
I mean, I don't have any reason to believe that they might know more or less.
But they might be useful allies to have with us at the tower because it looks scary.
Yeah, but they're also like days.
They're the
travel.
opposite, sort of the opposite direction. They're west.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry. Where are we? Where are they?
Y'all are in the Lost Dynasty of Odinia,
Oh, that's okay. Gotcha.
and that
Diremore is
Diremore is
Yeah.
where
Diremore. Okay. Yeah, that's
is
not
where
great.
my Malmira might be.
Perhaps there's towers spoken of in this study in the archives. Maybe we could find information.
To the archives?
Do we believe that the towers are related to the Truvant?
I'm gonna just guess they're related to a mother of evil.
That
But
would be my guess as well.
The QB?
QB.
Yeah. Well, we need to come up with something quickly because if things just continue to happen,
Well,
we need to act now.
let's go. Maybe
Is the tower still growing or is it grown as far as we can tell in this moment?
from what you can see, it's like grown past tense.
Okay. Okay. Well, at least the tower for the time being is not getting bigger. Um, but I feel like our numbers are waning,
If
and maybe we ought to have reinforcements.
yeah, the issue is if some of us go check out the tower and investigate the tower, and others of us go to Diremore, I feel like in terms of distance, it looks like the tower is closer, and I wouldn't want those investigating the tower to be short-handed.
Yeah.
I would want us to be all together.
I could try to send a message to them if you want, Maul, but do you know anything how they look like or anything?
I don't know anything about them other than there is
Okay, so that's not the one
another
then. Okay.
Malmera.
Okay. So then that might just be out of reach at the current moment.
I mean, we know what Aaron didn't we see Aaron very briefly?
Well, Shade did.
Yes, I
They
did.
did. Yeah, so you
Yeah,
can,
and I also turned it into him, so they would technically have also seen him.
so you could reach Aaron.
Yes.
I don't know what
And-
you turning into Aaronrel would help them with non-sending to do with
No,
Aaronrel.
But they would
No,
have
I-
also. Anyways, yes, I saw him. You guys saw him when I turned into him. When I showed Annie.
Yeah.
Anyways, I could try to message is Dobrin within 120 feet somewhere.
I mean, yeah, you could try.
Okay, I'll point and just like say Dobrin. Hello, like just sending message.
Yes.
Tower. There's a big tower. We're trying to figure out if we could get there quickly. Do you have transportation? I know you said you were going to get us some for to go get Maul's companion friend. We could use it to get towards that, possibly. Thoughts?
Special friend.
Okay, that's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Meet me in the archives.
Okay, he said to meet him at the archives.
To the archive.
Archives?
As y'all head towards the archives, you get there and the door is like slightly ajar already. As you enter in, there's and Gil would know this, but there's a bunch of different tables, books and scrolls kind of like strewn about, mostly scrolls with like ancient texts. But once you enter inside, you see Annie kind of like studying over just like kind of like a mountain of scrolls.
Hey, did you see that tower that just popped up?
Tower?
Is there a window in the archives? That faces the right direction?
No.
Annie,
You,
I have
just
something
real
to
quick,
show you.
take a look to
Follow
the
me
south.
real quick. I know you're studying. Just come look at this. Opinions really matter right now.
He sets down the scroll, gets up, and walks over.
While he does that, can I look at the scroll he was looking at?
I was gonna do the same thing.
I'll
Sure.
distract him. Yeah, I'll do
I mean,
that.
I don't care if he knows. I'm just curious.
Because that is, you never know.
So you take Annie outside and like point at the tower.
The tower. That just kind of sprung out. And then that's also on the planet over there. I don't know if you can see that.
I imagine these aren't supposed to be
No.
here.
And I say it with a smile on my face. No. They're not. They just kind of sprung out of nowhere. So, I don't know if you have like some magical stuff you could do. I can't. I don't have anything in my like list that I could do. You?
It looks like there's also a tower on Achordia. The fact that it can
Annie, are
be
you
seen from
okay?
here is pretty significant.
Annie, are you
Villains.
okay?
Are you okay, Annie?
It seems to be giving off some type of corrupted energy, a field.
Corrupted.
And Shade, you would see his like eyes gloss over with almost like a 1,000-yard stare before his pupils shift into like a radiance of starlight and patterns. That's interesting.
Interesting.
There's some type of barrier. Maybe a few hundred miles away from it. Seems to be canceling out magic. An anti-magic barrier. It's quite
Oh.
strong.
Okay.
Oh. I see.
But no magic. Okay.
How
I'll go
far away from the tower does that anti-magic barrier emanate?
100 miles?
At least 100. If I try to get any closer, my scrying dissipates.
Okay. Dang it.
If we go there, we can't use magic. Okay.
Yeah, so of the people here, who uses the least magic?
Oh no, not Gil! Why?
I could control magic, but I'm also a bard, so I don't know where
Yeah.
my source of magic comes. I could like weave the I could weave it, but that's about it.
You can weave magic.
Through music and like art, yeah.
And I love that all of us use it a little bit. Like none of us are fully
Like that.
non-magic folk. But Mal and I are less magic.
Weave magic alone.
Who said that?
Frisky.
That's something for private time. Your magic weaving.
Well,
Around this
Look at the
time,
clock tower.
Dovrin shows up, but before that, Gil, you see the scroll that, oh gosh, Annie was
Annie.
looking at, and it is a scroll of watchers, like a list.
What are watchers?
Yes, what are watchers? From the glance that you would have had to like read over it, they're wardens of varying titles.
Okay. So like Gage?
Is Gage's name on there?
You do see Gage's name. He is a soul ward.
Okay. Hey Gage, look,
What?
you're in here. Your name.
Are there any other soul wardens on there?
No, that's the only one.
What information does it provide about each name?
It goes over like titles, duties within that warden's kind of like purview.
Okay. Are there any wardens that would know of the old gods or wardens of the QB?
As you go down the list, none that like stand out to you in that sort of way. You see a life warden, a soul warden, a death warden, and the titles kind of just like are that basic.
Is there
Are
like
there
a
any-
dimension warden?
are there any that are on Odinia
Beast warden.
or on Avior?
On Avior, there is Aaron Rail as the life warden.
Oh.
Ooh.
I'm guessing that's a position he previously held as well, which is why Annie was looking it up.
So it would have Gage's location on there, or at least his nominal location.
Yeah. So for Aaron Rails, it's like Avior is Dominion over, and then for Gage, it's showing Dominus. And that would kind of like track with you, Gage, as far as
Okay.
like where your fortress is
What
located.
about the
Yeah.
death one?
The name is either stricken or like in some unrecognizable font. From what like Gil and the others can like look at.
For which one were you just asking about?
Death.
The Deaf Warden.
Ah. Just the
Okay.
name is stricken, or is the location available? It's
Uh,
all stricken.
yeah, it's all stricken.
I don't.
Good, you're all here, Davrin says, as he only has been here for a moment because time! It's wibbly wobbly. But yeah, he gets there and he looks over all of you. I have contacted Aaron Rail about the towers and also got him up to date on Annie. He said he should be here momentarily.
Oh, nice.
However, we do seem to have an issue. What
Other than the towers?
Annie has expressed is true. There is a anti-magical field around these towers. But it is, from what I am gathering from a few other Odinians, it is not our only worry at the moment.
Oh.
These are just the first two towers to manifest.
Yeah.
There's a.
So what else are we worrying about now?
There is a similar pattern structure close to Diremore, suggesting there may be a tower that branches out in that direction as well.
Do we know the origins of these towers?
That is taking a little bit longer to get information back, mostly because of the anti-magical field. I've sent in some recruits to try and bring back as much information as possible, but until they make it safely out of the field, there would be no way to easily contact myself.
It sounds to me that we can speak with Mal's companion and explore one of these towers, perhaps even before it emerges.
Just hop on top and ride it up.
Presumably, we would go underground and enter that way.
Yeehaw.
I imagine being on the top would have dire physical ramifications.
Oh.
That's one way to get back to Achordia.
Yeet.
Choo.
Okay. So Maul,
Yeah.
we could go to Diremore. There's a tower that hasn't sprung up yet, apparently, but it's like branching out, like they said. So we
Yeah.
could technically still do that. And then
We
there's
could.
also this one. So it's kind of knocking two birds with one stone.
Yeah, I think that seems like the better option.
But isn't it
the-
also like weeks travel or something to get there?
I think it's longer than that, depending unless there's some other way of means of travel, at least getting us closer
Sovereign, can you get us closer?
before
Andy?
the magic anti-magic field barrier.
That'd be cool.
Hmm.
Do either of you know teleportation?
And they kind of in unison say yes.
Cool.
Though I am a bit worried.
About.
Excessive magic usage.
Think it will backfire or be corrupted?
Well, without knowing, I am uncertain if a large concentration of magic, say opening a portal to another dimension and bringing forth members on the other side, could potentially progress these towers.
You think the magic is like feeding the towers?
Yes.
It's siphoning the magic.
Ah. Okay, so no magic for anyone. Gotcha. Have fun with that, Bard.
Hold on. Okay, hold on. Hold on.
Perhaps the week's travel
Yeah, we
would
could
we
do
would
that.
learn something on the way.
We could. I'm curious to try something like, because Annie previously had said that there's no arcane or anything when I switch forms. Can I try shifting into Caspian to see if anything happens with that?
Mhm.
I shift to Caspian.
Y'all watch as Shade changes to a familiar, for the most part, form.
Okay, and that didn't cause anything, nothing within me. Nada.
Not from what you
Okay.
can.
I wonder if there's
Okay.
maybe some form
So
of
I could still do this.
large beast that travels very fast. Maybe like that we could all ride on, like maybe a giant worm.
A dragon?
No, a WORM.
A moonworm.
A moon. What?
I've heard of these things. I've never seen one, as at least not as small.
I
There
believe they're a myth.
are creatures in the Red Desert, but they're landlocked, if you will.
We just need to find a way to get over there quickly. Dude, okay. Davern, you said that there was going to be some sort of transport to get over there quickly. It was going to take a while, but what did you have in mind? Again?
I was gonna contact my colleague Daniel. He has Pegasus that may or may not be able to be used to transport you all there. However, Aaron Rail also has a steed, a griffin. Depending on if she's out, that might be an option. I think he'll have an idea of what his priority will be as well.
Okay. Well, that could help a lot in this situation before things continue to get worse than they already are. Huh, okay. So we're waiting on Aaron Row then. At this point. Okay. Can we do any research while we wait for him then?
I would say make sure your things are in order in case we have to leave suddenly.
Sorry, I got distracted one more time.
Make sure you have your things in case we have to leave suddenly.
Move quickly. Okay. 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 Okay, before we leave, I've been thinking about this for a while. I am very susceptible to being hit. Is there anything that you could lend or give so I could be a little bit harder to hit, possibly? That way, in the future, I don't take as much damage.
I mean, I could get you plate armor, but I'm pretty sure you're not proficient at it, so
I've
it would
never seen a bard
bind
plate
your
armor.
it would bind your magic.
It sounds like that may not be a concern.
What are you wearing right now?
Like
Studded-
clothes.
studded leather.
Okay, so at least.
Okay, I mean, at least studded leather.
Can you wear anything above light?
Medium
Oh, okay.
armor.
So like a breastplate would be good.
Yeah.
We do have things in the armory.
Yeah, it's just I tend to get hit a lot. If not from enemies, then just gods reflecting damage to me.
Falling debris from a city that you just fell from.
So
I'm not sure armor will protect you from a city falling.
If anything, it would expedite it.
too. Okay. Yeah, that's all I would really need. We could do a little bit more research before anything happens, just in case.
And the rest of you?
I'm ready to leave.
Cage is always ready.
I'm ready.
I mean, checking out some Black Towers in the archives if there is such a thing while we wait for Shade to get dressed. Because now it's canon that you've just been like in your underpants this whole time.
Right. Changelings could make clothes.
Studded
for
underpants.
themselves.
Yeah, so you have been, so you
Oh,
haven't
boy.
even been wearing underpants. You've just been making the illusion of clothes, but not actually wearing clothes.
So like Donald Duck.
Oh my god. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I'm Donald Ducking it, baby.
Then there's a conundrum of do you wear the towel around your waist when you come out of the shower?
Swear to God.
Oh my gosh.
I didn't know you knew Donald. That's crazy. Small world.
Small world, I know. Wow, we had somebody mutual this entire time.
Yeah, we all have like a just the pants nudist friend.
That speaks highly of you all.
As this is happening, Annie looks over at you, Gil. You seem smart enough to read scrolls. Can you grab those over there on that shelf, and we'll try and research as much as possible.
Reach up, liver.
I'm gonna pretend that was a compliment and not at all backhanded, but sure. You've been
Looks
through a
can be
lot.
deceiving.
I'll grab the.
I don't have time to teach anyone how to read complex context.
You could have just stopped at read.
Yeah, that too.
Sorry.
Uh,
I grabbed the scrolls.
So as Annie and Gil are trying to do as much research on the information about the towers as possible, Davern looks at you, Shade. This way to the armory. And he kind of like leads you down a winding set of broken stairs that sort of, without railing, spiral downward. You find yourself in...
Grab me some arrows while you're down there.
Ball, gauge, anything? No.
I'll just follow you down there.
Okay.
I'll stay here and help with the research.
You could also read.
Ah!
Yeah. I think it's more that we read the stupid weird languages.
Like the ancient languages.
I only read one of them, but it seems to be useful up here.
You get to an armory, and there is all different types of Odinian armor in various styles and like time periods, but pristinely kept throughout this place. And then there's also weaponry and everything else that you can think of.
Hey, let's see.
Are
I
we
don't
about to
know.
have a montage of just like Shade wearing different?
Sure. Why not? Let's do it.
Maul
And
is
for
sitting
next
outside
session,
Maul is sitting outside the dressing room. No, you look good in all of them. I promise.
and for next session, Stacks will have used AI to create images of all the different outfits he tried on, so we can all live
Maul's just
through.
standing there holding Shade's backpack.
The music stopped. What the hell?
Yeah, with the best.
Just
man,
restart it.
Stop. What the fuck?
What is happening? What
Um,
armor are you looking at, Shade?
I didn't think I was gonna get this far. We'll be
Do
100%
you-
real.
Well,
with you.
there's.
Do you want to preserve your
breastplates.
ability to do stealth well?
Mm.
I'm good at stealth regardless. Yes.
But not if you put on armor that you're not.
Okay, well,
proficient
It'll give you
in, or-
disadvantage.
yeah, disadvantage.
Some medium armors will give you disadvantage. Breastplate does not. And I
What
think there might be one other one that's similar.
I'm gonna pick up 2 rapiers, a longbow, and some arrows.
Gil, Gage, roll me either history or investigation checks, preferably what you're good at.
Neither.
Maul, roll me a.
Investigation.
How do I want it?
Mediocre. Ooh, 19.
I mean, I was just trying to get
13.
some non-magical stuff because if we're going to some place where magic doesn't work, I'm gonna want weapons that.
Oh yeah,
Still
yeah,
work.
totally. It reminded me of something though. So roll me a wisdom saving throw.
Which one?
Maul?
Yeah, Maul.
Okay, who? Okay.
Oh crap! Yeah, I'm gonna need just grab. If I could have remembered to grab non-magical weapons for all of us, that'd be swell.
17 with a 14 on the die.
You hear a pulse kind of like shoot into you from Lev. We need to speak when you get a moment, Maul.
Oh. Okay. While
Lev wants me dead.
while Shade is back there looking
Count
at
your
stuff, and
days, Gil.
I will walk over to the side and pull out Cinder, and what do you need, brother? Or what is going on?
Shade, as you come out wearing an outfit that you're not too sure about, because it doesn't quite like fit like you would like, and you go to get like Maul's opinion of it, you see him sat there off in the corner, and like a flurry of flame and ash kind of like surround him, and he vanishes.
What the fuck?
And then Davrin
Hey,
looks
Maul?
at you.
You saw that too, right? No, just
Yeah, he
Maul?
does that often.
no.
Hmm.
He doesn't.
Good to know.
Oh, God. Okay.
Maul, you appear in a dimensional plane of existence, and your brother is kind of like stood in front of you. I'm sensing a wane in our connection, our tether.
There is some sort of corruption, some sort of anti-magic field that is emanating from some dark towers and points both here in Avior as well as on Achordia. And I'm worried that I will lose my connection with you. I don't think it will be permanent. I think it'll just be until we deal with this corruption. But it may be a while before I can reach you again. These towers are huge. They look like onyx or some sort of just dark, they're dark towers with like a darkness cloud emanating from them, and this anti-magic field seems to be about 100 miles or so from where they're located.
There may be a way that I can still assist you, but it might be painful on your part.
It's probably nothing I've not felt before.
I imagine you haven't felt this particular level of pain, but I could be wrong.
I mean, you've killed me enough times to know.
Yes, with weapons.
Okay. Before that happens, I want to let you know that I'm worried. I'm worried about Ysilde. She and Sin have gone into hiding, it seems. The mother has taken away the god status. She's removed all the godly powers from every other god in Achordia and killed Ilor. And I'm trying to search out Madame Ivy or any other Malmera. And supposedly there's one near where one of these towers is emanating from. But I'm worried. I'm worried about Ysilde.
Ivy and Theo are the only other two champions that I know to be alive, at least presently.
Well, one of them is on this moon, on Avior, where we're located now, near Diremore, which is a far distance to the west. I don't know how they would have ended up here, but I plan to go search for them.
You shouldn't have to worry too much about Ysilde, so long as Gil remains with the champion armor and weaponry. Her power still is within her own possession as a goddess.
I would assume that well, I don't have any reason to assume this, but I would hope that maybe she and Sin are together, or maybe I wouldn't want them to be together if the mother can sense them.
I believe they're smart enough to be rather distant from one another, not only because they generally don't like each other's company.
I think that may be true, but I think now is the time for all of them to come together and unite, at least. Well, I think it's irrelevant right this moment about that, since they're the only two left that we are aware of. So I just wanted to let you know that. And now I guess I'll brace myself for whatever this pain is about.
I'm not gonna lie to you. It's gonna hurt. It's gonna fucking hurt. But
Okay.
I'm pretty sure you can take it, Maul. But just to be safe, you may want to rage first.
Oh God.
What kind of damage might it do? It might.
Enough.
Yes.
What is the type of damage?
It'll mostly be fire.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to rage.
As that is happening, he looks at you, hold on to Cinder, and regardless of how painful it gets, do not let it go.
All right.
And as you hold out the rapier, you see it like start to turn from its like obsidian darkness, ashen look, and start to get brighter and brighter, like red hot, like a red hot coal before. And you can feel the burn, and there starts to be a pattern that etches itself starting from like your fingers and working its way up the side of your arm, and you feel this pain.
My arm is like, so I start to feel that pain. My arm is going to shake in my hand. It's gonna be. I'm going to use my other hand to brace my grip to hold on to the hilt.
Okay. As you do that, that etching kind of like starts off slow, but after a while you can see almost like a scale-like pattern begin to form as they layer in and on top of each other. But aside from the pain, with each one that like burns itself into your flesh, you are flooded with memories, and it takes you, I don't know, at least maybe to your wrist to realize that these are not just memories that might have been lost to you, but memories of Lev as well, as that furious dragon pattern starts to work its way up your arm. And while that's happening, Davrin looks at you. Maybe this one, Shade. And hands you another.
What is it?
It is. Wait, make sure I get it right. It's very light. But it is like half plate. And you look at it, and it doesn't look like it's not weighing the correct amount that half plate should weigh.
It's really light.
Yes, it's made from mithril. Have you heard of it?
In passing, yeah. Isn't this like super rare?
Yeah, I mean...
Oh, well, we're on the moon. Yeah.
Well, I mean, in Odinia, we have many well-crafted blacksmiths. Or used to.
Okay. Yeah, maybe this could work. I'd try it on. Does it feel good? I could still move around like normal.
Still
Okay.
full range of movement.
Okay.
You notice that it doesn't like clank or carry itself like normal metal does when it hits into either other compartments or other weaves within the armor. It's very
Yeah, this is
dull
good.
and silent.
I take out the rapier and just like stab it a little bit like into the air. This actually feels very nice. Okay. Is there like a crest or anything on there?
Is there a
Like
reason you're wielding that thing?
the rapier, just to see if I could still move like how I usually do.
No, I mean, do you not know what it is?
This? No. I just kind of got it from Gage's palace.
That is a creature you're wielding.
Huh?
I don't know how else to tell you. A monstrosity, a being that is deceiving you of what it actually is. You have a mimic rapier.
A mimic rapier? I'm gonna drop it.
You drop it and just makes a normal metal rapier sound.
What do you mean that's a mimic? Why would that Kenku give me a mimic?
Kinku?
Yeah, Gage's palace took. He wanted memories, and
Did you ask the Kinku what?
he just said here, and he said, "Go on, get out," and he rushed us out.
Oh. Cool, so yeah.
Can you elaborate on that? Like,
There's some creatures that take the form of something else. Mimics are known for perfectly copying or replicating something that it has seen in its time frame.
Okay. I've only used this like once or twice, and the one time that I did, it did what I do to others, which is inspire them. Okay.
I mean, I
Can you
just
do
thought
anything
you
else?
were just rather eccentric, but apparently you didn't know.
No, I didn't. What can you do? Ah,
Do you speak monstrosity?
I could cast tongues and understand it. But you said not to use magic, so I don't know.
Here we are. Dilemma. Go try on the armor and see if it fits.
Okay, go and try on and everything. And just like put it on, strap it. Okay, this is good. Is there like a crest or anything? How would you describe it?
So the Odinians have sort of a coat of arms to it. You can tell just from the different eras of armor that they had there that there seems to be some connection between the types, like all the mithrils were together and then all this types were together. But as you look over it, it has a almost black sheen to it that doesn't quite catch light as it should. I mean, you've changed into a lot of things, and the way that this mithril armor is like picking up the sources of light that are hitting into it, it's almost like it's absorbing it and not reflecting it like it's supposed to. And you look down, and your shadow's gone.
My shadow's gone?
Like, yeah, your shadow that would normally be projected from a source of light hitting from one area to another. It's like Peter Pan up in this place.
Sovereign, where'd my shadow go?
Sorry, I don't talk to people that are in the changing rooms. That's weird. Even from where I'm from.
There's a lot of things that I don't know. Cool. I'll just keep going with it. Might as well.
Around this time, Gil, Gage, what did y'all get on your checks?
13.
19.
Oh,
19.
poor Gage.
I mean, that thing I'm not good at, so it's fine. It's fine this time. I actually rolled a 12 on the die.
What languages do you speak?
I know Primordial is one of them. Celestial, Infernal, Primordial.
Okay.
In common.
Common, Dwarvish, Elvish, Primordial, and Undercommon.
We'll go Gage first. As you're reading over your scroll documents, specifically the areas that Annie like pointed out amongst like there's like massive amounts of scrolls here to where if you don't know what you're looking for, it could be kind of hindering, but it also is a weird testament because Annie's not from here, so how would he know like where to point you in the right direction? But aside from that, you get a scroll that has a mixture of old primordial, which is easy enough to translate, but also bits and pieces of celestial, kind of like measured in almost like someone did cliff notes in the scroll that were in celestial. But as you're reading over, you see a massive reference to displacer towers, and the referencing that you are coming across, at least what the Half-Blood Prince celestial notes are kind of keying you into, is that the towers absorb a high quantity of ether, and once it gains enough, they sort of connect and project into either various realms or another source, or it could be multi-powered into like a mini Death Star. You never know. It has multifaceted purposes, but these towers aren't good from what you've gathered in just your bit of reading.
Not kind to the locals.
Gil, on top of information similar to that, you also get that within the field of anti-magic, there is a heavy corruption factor to where it will rapidly mutate life forms outside of what they normally would be. And it kind of gives you like crude imagery of like a human that like looks like a demon spawn shortly after. And the only connecting force that you notice is a person's true alignment could throw the balance off or like speed it up, if you will. Someone more evilly or chaotically inclined has a higher susceptibility rate to this corruption than someone that's just like lawful and good.
Good for Gage. I actually don't know what Gage is. He might be neutral.
He's true neutral, probably.
Yeah, as I said that.
Oh, he's not?
Lawful. I believe I went with lawful neutral. That made sense to me at the time.
It does. Probably.
Where is that note? Yep, lawful neutral.
And around this time that y'all are looking
Modron.
within the archive, you hear a large mass flurry of wings, kind of like dampening wings, as this shadow kind of looms over where y'all are standing within the archive. And you look up and you see this large black griffin kind of like headed towards Odinia with a individual on their back. Aaron Rail, would you like to describe how you look?
Arenrel is a winged. He's an incubus, but fallen angel with black feathered wings. He has horns and his neutral skin tone. His horns are red, and he's wearing probably armor that's dark colored but patterned in the Odinian style. And as he lands on top of his completely black feathered griffin, he steps off and starts walking down from where the griffin's perch is normally located.
And you see this figure kind of like get off this large beast and start to head towards the archive.
What did I miss? Sorry, I really have to pee, like, badly.
The arrival of Aaron Rail.
Adi.
But upstairs.
Oh, I'm not there. Never mind.
Yeah, that guy.
I'm gonna just sort of look up and go, "Hello," and then go back to reading because I want to find out if it looks like this transformation magic is like the kind of thing that what?
I just realized who else is in the room with you. Keep going.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Annie.
Oh gosh.
Yeah. Also, stay calm.
Well
I need
planned.
to read this. So does it look like the transformation magic stuff we're reading about is the stuff that probably affected Arenrel and Annie?
There's no definite connection, but there are like similarities within the text.
And does it affect like mental stuff too, or is it just physical?
It seems to have a play on various areas, whether it's more constitutional, like body related,
Okay.
or it might attack your mind or your charisma or whatever it is. It varies in its manifestation.
Okay. I'm gonna hand this over to Annie, and I was like, "Remember, no magic."
No magic. And he kind of like looks up from his scroll, and you watch him like stop as Aaron Rail walks into the room with Gage, Gil, and him. And
Arenrel, is it? Nice to meet you. I'm Gil. Just you have a friend me here, a person who once knew you. So tread lightly.
Hello. I'm glad you're all
Hello.
getting settled in. Hello, Annie.
That was less
Is
than I expected.
this where I'm supposed to say master? Is that you?
You don't have to call me master.
You look different. Happy, if I would say. But you also still not quite the same, but Not quite yourself.
I am not what I became. I was redeemed. You did the right thing.
Well, apparently, it didn't stick.
As I said, I was redeemed. I was called for another purpose.
Another purpose.
You're trying. We're trying to save Avior. I have a title. I'm a life warden. I didn't expect that they would be able to bring you back.
That's all well and good, but this is not our home. This is not Diadem.
No. Diadem doesn't exist anymore. Not as you know it. It has been.
So what's a life warden?
It's a long story. It's a long story.
Okay. There's a soul warden here.
I see. Any Diadem and Accord. It's been thousands of years.
It's been moments for me.
Yeah. And it was moments for me when I was pulled out. And I searched for you. I fell in love. I lost her. And that's when I became and just fell into despair, but somehow something pulled me back, and they called me forth as the life warden, and I have been working here on Avior to try to revive the population with Davrin and Rome, those lost in the Great War.
So is that your purpose now? Just sit here and restore life?
It has been. I feel like there's some new developments that will probably need our attention. I think it's bigger than anything here on Avior. It's in Achordia. I would assume it's probably also in. Maybe it's not in Diademia, but the mother's power is stronger than it's been. I don't know how we're going to be able to stop it, especially with almost the entire group of gods and goddesses being either killed or stripped of their godhood. I'm still able to reach out to a few of the angels, but it's getting harder to reach them anymore. I want to reassure you that you did the right thing. But it's not necessary to do it again. I may look different, but as far as that goes, you should have seen me a couple of 100 years ago.
I mean, the glimpse that I got was not anything close to my master as I would remember, much less wish or care to experience again.
Well, you won't have to see him again. The mother corrupted me, and I won't let it happen again. I would sooner die before that happens.
While every fiber of my being wants to trust you, I'm still uncertain.
Hold on to that uncertainty then. Judge my actions on your own.
I will keep close watch.
Can I like suss out Aaron Rill's vibe?
Do you remember Nightwing?
Yeah, you can roll Insight, Gil. Of course.
She's still here.
$17.
She probably recognizes you. You know, she never turned.
I think it impossible for her to.
Certainly is. She's outside if you want to come say hello.
All right. I could use a bit of fresh air. I'll be back
Okay.
momentarily. And he like looks at Gil and Gage.
I'll let him go out.
As he exits out, Ball, what type of vibe would Gil and Gage and the others kind of like get from Aaron Rail?
Aaron Rell.
Okay, that's gonna be confusing. Brent.
Sort of a regal, most definitely like a regal vibe. Not pompous or anything, but just a natural air of authority.
Cool.
That is, but he's self-deprecating, he's very self-assured and regal, but not pompous in any way. Not it's just a natural leadership type of charisma, and he would be certainly concerned with those around him, and you can tell that he has that that bit of always wanting to make sure that people are okay and taken care of, and not just like in creature comforts, but in the things that, their safety, their health, things like that.
Good bloke. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, I choked on some fudge.
Don't die. Don't
Yeah,
die.
I coughed and then I muted myself and then I coughed a whole bunch more and I still feel it.
So as Annie walks out, he turns to all of you. I'm glad you've all settled in. Have you found everything to your liking?
Sure, it's all reasonably comfortable. We're about. I don't think we'll be here for long though, because
Yes, we need to certainly see about these new developments with the towers and the.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've realized it yet, but there is some sort of eruption emanating from them. There's a point to the west as well that I noticed as I was flying in, and
all around, not great.
And Aaron Rail, you would also know that Quasi was the last direction that you had contact with Lysandra before she said she was gonna like head in that direction just on her own.
yeah, I know of a capable young lady, Lysandra. The last I heard from her, she was headed off towards the west, towards Diremore.
Oh no,
Hello?
sorry, towards Quasi. Sorry.
Oh, so okay,
To the south,
Quasi, towards that one. And
Hello?
would she have headed towards that one before the towers were?
Yeah,
erupting,
probably
or-
before, and now you like probably lost contact with her because.
Okay. Since the towers. Go ahead.
We've been trying to figure out whether we should go south or west. This feels like maybe it's pushing us south. Do we want to assist her, or is she good on her own?
She's, even when we were together in the same group, she was a loner. I don't know that she would welcome the company.
I guess west.
She has her own skills and way of dealing with these things. That's probably the best way to put it, actually.
Okay.
She's very capable. I think Davrin told me that there's something to the west that Maul was interested in seeking out even before the towers, and I hear
Yes.
that maybe that might be a good place for you all to start.
Oh, sounds good.
Right.
Yeah, it says someone, I believe, but yes.
Right?
Well, thanks for coming so quickly. We are just trying to figure stuff out because things are changing quickly.
Are you all well rested and healthy?
I think except for Annie, we're all pretty well rested. Annie went to rest, but came here instead.
I'll head outside and see how he's faring.
Gage, you doing okay? How's your research going?
We should avoid using magic. They feed the towers.
Yeah. Life Warden, meet Soul Warden. Soul Warden, meet Life Warden.
I
Hello.
did recognize that similar aura. You're the first warden I've met.
It has
since I
been
took on
a
that role.
very long time.
It has been, for me, a few hundred years. Apparently, I was assigned that role before I was told.
That seems to be a common thread.
Love getting assigned roles without being asked.
I understand that you had a hand in that. I understand you had a hand in your current assigned role.
I was just trying to help my friend get the role.
That's very... It's very loyal of you to assist a friend like that. To accept
Didn't
such a
pan out.
responsibility.
But
I
it's
think it did.
so... Okay.
Around that time, Being kind of phases in through the wall into the area space that y'all are at, and Malik kind of frantically looks at Gil and Gage.
Do you know where the others are? There's something wrong with Vestara.
They went to the armory.
They're in the armory? Where's Vestara?
She's still in her room, but please come quickly.
And he kind of like,
Yeah. And that is, in fact, Malik?
yeah, like that teal wispy,
Yeah.
quarry
Okay.
kind of.
Yeah, I'm following him. I'm going to Vestara's room. I'm hoping he's going down to the armory.
Gage, okay.
Or I was hoping Malik would go down to the armory since he seems speedy.
Oh, sure.
I wouldn't.
No, or Gage, can you run down to the armory and get the armory?
Yeah, Malik is
Gage,
like, nah,
run.
this is my priority.
He's
He
a
was trying to get
spry
all the
lad.
He is. He flies.
Wait, Gage, roll me an athletics check.
What?
You should be good at those.
The genuine, huh?
You think?
Oh,
Yeah, 21.
I didn't just drink coffee as soon as I asked a question. Anyways, yeah, Gil, you head off towards Vestara's room, and Gage, you kind of like sprint down the sets of stairs, leaping through the ones that are just within enough range that you don't have to take every broken stair down there. And you make it down to the armory as Shade comes out in this encrusted half-plate mithril armor that, yeah, looks nice. Looks very stealthily made.
Maul's gone.
Vestara is in trouble.
Maul's gone.
I can't do anything about that now.
Oh, people just keep disappearing on me. Fucking A.
That armor is very elegant.
Thank you.
Is that a
Also-
compliment from Gage?
Thank you, I think. Also, I'm gonna just point around, message Maul. Hello? Anyone? Maul? Nothing? Okay. Also, my sword's a mimic as like, okay, let's just go. Let's just go.
You didn't know.
No? You knew? this entire time?
Of course.
Okay.
Just look at the thing.
Right?
You're not there. Shut up.
Yay, true sight.
Maul, you take 9 points of fire damage, but halved.
Oh god.
4.
Okay, let's go help the star.
Just the corner like flare a little on fire.
Very
Do we hear a distant
contained
scream?
brimstone.
We don't
Just
hear
a whiff of sulfur.
Kurt?
And so, taking that damage, what happened as a
It's
result?
about here on your arm,
Okay.
and it's still working its way up.
Oh, it's still working up. Is it like
The
did you
first
say
round
like
of damage.
like a scale, like a feathered pattern or a scaled pattern or what?
Like a dragony scale pattern, and as the part that's already been like burned and etched in like stops shearing, it has a very leathery kind of like texture to it within the vibes, almost like a reptilian.
And it's just the one arm so far.
Shade or Caspian and Gage, you make your way up to Vestara's room. Gil, you're already in there, and you see Vestara is kind of like
I've got a weapon ready. I'm just FYI, I like come in
coming
bow ready.
into her
just in
boat
case.
ready. It's just
Yeah.
her, but her body is like floating off the bed a little bit. There's like a ethereal sheen around her, and you see a concentration of energy around the center of her chest.
What kind of energy?
The star energy?
Like inherently
luminous?
bad? Okay.
Luminous?
Okay. Vestara! Vezi!
As you're like making sound, she doesn't respond. Gage and Caspian, as y'all come up into the room, Gage, you recognize immediately this energy is Vestara's soul
What is it doing?
being removed from her body.
I what?
And as a soul warden, you know a body
This is
needs
a
a soul.
The evil Vistara. The evil Vistara.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah. Obvious.
Oh, my-
Gage puts his hands on Vestara and attempts to try to put her soul back. To
Okay.
resist whatever is pulling it from her.
Roll me a religion check.
Oh, good.
Burdick! You complimented me, so I appreciate you, and I
Oh,
want
hey,
to
I'm
thank
actually-
you. You're doing amazing.
I'm actually proficient in this, so I rolled low.
Bardic inspiration.
Yay.
D8.
What's
Eight.
what's going on, Gage? What's going on? You look like you are not totally clueless.
Her soul is being removed. That is a total of 13 because I rolled a 1 on the Bardic Inspiration
Nice.
and a 7 on the die for my religion check, even though I'm proficient.
Can I help him in any way, shape, or form?
How?
I've dealt with souls before.
Yeah, of course. Totally. You're
He
the
did-
soul warden apprentice.
Yeah.
Well, this is
He is the
happening.
closest
I'm just
I've
gonna
got.
Hope, like, I'm just
He
gonna
did
hope
peer
that some
into the
parts
universe.
of Vestara like can hear, and I was like, "You keep that soul and you put it back inside yourself.
That's all inside you, or so help me. So help me.
Do not leave me with these numb skulls. No offense, Vestara, come on."
Gage, as you hold on to her, you feel the soul like
Oh god.
weaning, trying to escape, but as you're like, forcibly like trying to usher it back into Vestara's body, you do get the ping of where the soul wants to go, and it wants to go towards the tower to the south.
It wants to go there.
Yeah.
Is this her soul or?
Definitely her soul.
Do I sense that Vestara is in control?
She physically is unconscious. And her soul itself seems to be like against will, sort of headed in that direction.
Against will.
Yeah, like something's calling or wanting it to come to.
We will help you get where you need to go. So you just stay inside your body.
We should go physically, not with our souls. I will cast protection from evil and good on her. And hope that helps.
As you do that, the soul kind of like wanes, and she's definitely giving off like a soul glow, but it seems to like be back in her body for the time period.
I take my hands off of her.
Is she still unconscious?
Mm-hmm. She never woke up. I tried calling out to her, even reaching into her mind, but it's all quiet there.
Strange. It's very strange. Huh. Okay.
I'm gonna like do the crap I've been practicing that I hate, and like reach out and like grab a shoulder and like kind of close my eyes and picture Vestara and just be like, stay in your body, come back to us like mentally, and we will figure this out. We will get you where you need to go, but we need you inside your body. Souls belong in bodies. Gage taught us this. Please. And I'm going like,
Your soul is contained for now.
it would be nice if it were, what's the word? Enmeshed enough that she could wake up.
Vestara in another world is just like partying.
Party and party. Yeah. Oh God. Okay. Wow. For now, she's good. How long will that last?
Good as a
Gage?
stretch. Contained. Wouldn't
This-
even say stable. Does she
The
ever
spell
stable?
will last for 10 minutes. Whether or not you will remain tethered in that after that time has passed, I do not know.
Okay.
Please, Vezi, stay tethered.
No, this is gonna. I was gonna say I could command it, but that's not gonna do anything. Okay.
Command the soul.
I like how he said no magic, and then y'all are immediately like, first level spell, Bardic Inspiration.
Bardic Inspiration isn't magic.
You sure about that? You sure
It's
about
not a
that?
spell, but it is probably magic.
Okay.
I just tried to reach out mentally using the like meditative
Yeah.
practices I've been doing.
Gil did
I
regular
tried that,
stuff.
but I rolled real shitty, so I had to go extra.
And from the fact that Vezi and I are homies.
Oh. If it's only gonna last 10 minutes, then that means his soul's probably gonna try to leave regardless. So we have 10 minutes to formulate a plan.
You don't know that.
Give the DM
But yes.
time frames. I kid.
She might have listened to us. There might be a piece of her.
Gage and Aaronrel, make me a wisdom save.
Do our bonuses help each other?
Is Aaron Real with us?
No,
No.
No. All right.
he's closer to Annie. Just roll good, Gage. Just roll good.
Is 26 good enough?
Okay.
Is this against a spell or magical effect?
He's thinking. He's pondering. I see the symbols
I
flashing.
don't think, but if what I described sounds like it, then I am open for convincing.
Well, it's just whether I have advantage or not. I'll roll it
Oh.
without advantage.
I rolled it a second time just to see if I got any higher.
I don't know what the DC is, but I don't think I need advantage. I rolled pretty well. I rolled a 15, which is plus 12 for wisdom saves, so 27.
Okay. From your spaces, your warden watchfulness activates. Gage, you feel a flurry of souls kind of migrating, similarly unabated by anyone that can keep them contained within their bodies, towards the towers. Aaronrel, you see bodies in mass in different parts of Avior kind of collapsed and unresponsive as Vestar's body is. One body in particular being that of Lady Beckett. And as those souls are migrating towards the tower, splitting our focus, that's where we're going to take a quick break.
Yay!
We'll be back, guys. I'm not causing trauma. You are. The trauma is yours.
It's a good time. Let's go. Progress.
It's a time of peace and joy and donating money to hungry kids.
Progress. 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 Oh, we're so lucky.
We will be right back here shortly.
See you in a bit.
What are we doing?
We don't
I
remember.
don't know, dog.
Oh, hello.
Thinking this is-
Welcome back to Dungeon Mechanics, where I unmute us in the middle of a transition, and I
Like he
don't know
always
what they're
does.
gonna say.
At least we're not Critical Role.
This is true. We could be saying some like off-hinge stuff about penises.
Pretty sure
Among
we
other
have.
things.
We have?
Oh, no.
Oh yeah, we talked about them today. The towers.
The
Clock
towers
tower.
are fully erect. There.
I don't know if that was the
He's like-
reference that we used, but definitely it was more of a bulging reference. But here we are, all
I believe
encompassing.
They got called a dong by
Yeah.
Gage.
Yeah,
I mean, you really don't want your tower to be sagging.
the sagging tower.
Anyways, back to the campaign.
So yes, y'all have sort of successfully contained Vestara's soul in her body, and the wardens have gotten warden pings, which I didn't know that was a thing until today.
Neither do
Neither
we.
did we.
I'm just a bard.
Are you?
I'm just a bardic dirtbag,
Oh, wait.
baby.
When does he get
Oh, wait.
barden pings?
What?
He might be like the warden's apprentice because he does have a level in paladin.
He did
So-
peer into the Soulverse inside my realm there.
Yeah,
so-
I saw so many souls, and then also saw the Truvant.
So Shade is Gage's Annie?
No. Sorry, no.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
No. No. Uh-uh.
Shade,
Gonna
are you
start calling
okay?
him Master?
You might say he's Anakin.
Oh.
I asked if that was Annie's last name last time.
Annie, what's your kin? Like, okay, so
Song
yes,
squawker.
the two wardens with that information. Is there anything that you want to do? Also, Maul,
Well,
you
is-
take another 7 points of fire damage.
Is
It's here at your elbow.
is Aaron Rail still? Well, did he come back in?
After the others left, I would imagine he would have went to continue to meet with Annie at
Right.
the Griffin.
All right. As that happens, and he feels all of those life forces. They don't. And they didn't. Did it feel like they died, or did they just like?
No, like their essence is still here, but it's
Like
no
they're just
longer
suspended?
tethered to the body. So it's like a severance and connection with that.
Okay.
Somebody sucking them up.
When that happens,
Yep, waiting for it. I was like,
The hollow
did anybody
and the
else
filling.
get that reference? Cause
No, I missed it.
shucking up all them
He's going
shoal
to-
balls.
Okay.
it's gonna
that's not
feel
what-
like for him when he feels that, it's gonna feel like something was just like I was gonna say something, but I think it's too serious of a moment. But he's gonna almost like not collapse, but he's gonna it's gonna like
Drop
stagger
into a knee?
a little bit, and he's gonna reach and grab Annie's shoulder and say, a terrible thing just happened. Hundreds and maybe even thousands of lives just they didn't end, but their souls became untethered with the being, and they're being pulled towards the Black Towers.
As you touch Annie's shoulder, kind of regaining your composure, he looks at you and you see like a severance, a disconnect, flashes almost mapped over in unison on top of him as a much more devilish, demonic looking creature looks in your direction, and before you see an image of another god, one that you may have heard about, Asmodeus, before the severance shifts back and Annie looks at you. So, souls are migrating?
I don't think I think it's worse than that. They're being pulled. They're being stripped of their being and stolen. We have to do something.
Well, what do you want us to do? I mean, the research that I've come across, anything that comes close to those towers, if it's magically inclined, it won't be for long.
Are you okay?
Am I okay?
You just, for a moment there, you seems like you were somewhere else.
I should
When-
be asking you that. The person that is using me as a crutch currently.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay, Aaron Rell.
You can... I can continue to call you Annie, or if you'd prefer, I can call you Asmodel.
I haven't heard that name in a long time.
I'd love to be able to call you Annie, if that's okay.
That is okay.
I don't know what we can do, but I think we have to go where the souls are being pulled. Gage is the soul warden. He may be able to save them and bring them back, and I might be able to help guide them back into their... retether them back to their bodies.
Every fiber of my being is telling me this is a trap.
If you know it's a trap, then it's not really a trap.
There's still enough that I don't know that would still make it a trap.
Yeah. I mean, I've heard it said that if you know that the trapper's trying to trap you, it's a trap isn't a trap. If you know, it's a face-up.
But what is so blatantly calling forth all of the souls to alert you as a warden?
I felt it when they lost their tether to their bodies. As the life warden, I have a connection. And most of these people are people I helped restore.
And he kind of like carefully touches your forearm and applies enough of like a tender pressure. Sounds like I mean, if this being, entity, whoever brought about these towers knows that you can sense, I just don't want anything bad to happen to you. Again.
I believe it's the mother. This mother goddess.
You know, it's interesting. Everyone's been referencing this mother goddess.
Do you know of her?
I mean, not in a literal sense, but her name is well kept within the archives.
Which archives?
The ones that they have here.
Have you seen it?
Glimpses of it. It's not mentioned in its entirety, of course, but it appears that it was stricken.
Are you able to recall any of it? Was there parts of it? Or
Various spellings. But the name that I came across was Ashira.
What would you spell that?
what was what was
I'll put in.
what was recorded about her?
He kind of thinks for a moment.
I mean, she is the claimed mother of all gods, but that's not her only title. At least, I wouldn't think it would be. I don't know. Perhaps I've.
Does she have any weaknesses to speak of?
There's a pattern that I've noticed. I mean, the name is stricken, but it also seems as if information specifically designed to speak about her has also been removed, but not necessarily in the same way. A covering of tracks.
By whom? By a different entity or party other than who originally struck her name?
I mean, there's no definite way. We could ask Davrin if anyone's had access to the archives, but I don't know. This almost seems blanket. I imagine if I went to any source text, even outside of here in Odinia, I would get the same kind of response.
Do you recall AO? Is it AO or IO?
Lord Ao. Or Lord Io.
Okay.
Io is the opposite of what I wanted to go with.
Okay.
We say, "Ayo."
Lord Io would have been the only one with the actual power to strike her name.
You want to call them?
That or an equivalent god? I mean, it's possible she may have also removed key
Right,
information.
That's my. That was my next point. If he did the original striking of her name, then she came back and removed further references to her existence.
But why would a god want to be forgotten?
Not necessarily so that she's forgotten, but information about certain knowledge pieces of knowledge about her. Maybe it's better if, for her, if others don't know certain things about her. And maybe weaknesses or some way of I don't know that we can contact Lord Io from here, or even if we could, if he would respond.
There is something else the others here said when I first came back, and they asked me if I knew anything about the Forgotten Gods.
Right.
If I had to piece a connection, a driving force, most gods are... they have dominion over something. But is there a god who has dominion over things that we have forgotten about? And if they get their power from their dominion, well, there's no telling how much power she would truly have, because no one remembers it.
Right. I don't recall any. When you saw her name, and it seemed like there were other references that had been removed or stricken or erased. Was it as if they were never there, or?
Sort of, but it's more simple and refined than that. The pattern only suggests itself after encountering it over a large quantity of information that has similar points of continuity between each other. Ashira, Ashradu, Ashratu. All of these names in themselves may sound like a different entity, but once you look at it a little bit further, there's connecting points, as if it's the same being, just a different name within it. And even in those lost texts, those beings were referred to as the goddess of motherhood or fertility, the queen of heaven, the lady of the sea, the tree of life, mother of angels. Those all could be titles within themselves, but they should not be shared amongst multiple gods, for only one god can rule over a single dominion.
Angel, sea, fertility, and what else?
Queen of heaven,
Mm-hmm.
lady of the sea, tree of life,
mother of angels, mother of the gods, supreme goddess. And there's life mother. There's a lot.
These are names for
Shira.
A reference, well, they're
QB?
referenced as different goddesses, but they all point to the same person or the same entity.
Some of
Ultimately,
those sound quite lovely.
Yes, which is why would somebody stricken it? That's just mean.
what is now that you're here? What do you plan to do? What
Well, to be perfectly honest, my intentions were to try and find a way and he kind of like looks at you and like lets go of your arm to restore you back to who you once were, Master.
I think I'm earning my way back to that on my own. It's the penance I pay for when I fell. I look at myself in the reflecting pool every time I'm there when we bring someone back. And I see some remnants of what I fell to. And I'm reminded what I'm aspiring to be again. Maybe someday this horn will be traded in for a halo.
I hope
My
that
horns
is
are different than yours. Yours are supposed to be there.
Not necessarily that plain, much like yourself. Corrupted even I.
What do you mean?
Have you forgotten, Master? Forgotten what things were like before?
I have snippets of memory. I don't have the full picture. Sometimes I dream and I recall things when I wake up. It's like a piece of the memory is missing. Seeing you here. Seeing you here, I things are starting to connect. The longer I'm with you, I feel like those pieces of my memory are coming back.
Well, I would like nothing more than for you to return to your previous self. There still reigns true the desire to return back home. And I know that you and even some of the others said that is not a likelihood.
Well, home is, as I said earlier, home is, you remember it isn't there anymore. There's something there, but it's not what it was. And the way things are right now, we can't move from this side where we are in Avior and Achordia to Diademia. And Diadem no longer exists. It fell. I think
I think it's just out of our reach.
Diadem, you mean?
Yes, I think here, near impossible to get there. But if I were to return to where she pulled me to, that cursed place,
I don't want you to go back there.
but what if that is the only way home?
What if something happens to you while you're there? That is not a place that one can survive in your current form.
I understand that it changes.
She controls that place.
She does not get to write my history.
No, but you're entering her domain when you go there. Where she is strongest. Please let us try to find a different route.
For now. I've promised the others that I would assist them, so.
Okay. I think that is the best course of action right now. Maybe assisting them will eventually help us find answers to go home. Or at least for you to. I don't want to go home until I feel like I've completed what I was brought back for.
He kind of nods and draws his attention to petting the mane of Nightwing. And Gage, you suss out the time, and 10 minutes transpire, and Vestara still seems to be stable. But you do know that there is that pool of souls headed towards the tower with each waking moment.
It's a continuous thing.
Yes.
So
Like the
new
souls
are being
torn and pulled in that direction.
We need to go to the tower. It is drawing souls from the living and presumably consuming them.
We'll see.
Miles able to talk to Lev as this is taking place?
You can try as you take another 11 points of fire damage.
Okay.
God damn, how much is that now?
27.
For me?
Yeah, total.
It's all halved.
Yeah, it's halved because he's a freaking fire
13.
barbarian. It's about here. What did you want to say to Lev?
What is happening, Lev? What's going on? I'm gonna kind of drop to one knee.
As you do that, you hear a voice in your head. I am binding, grafting my soul, my very essence, onto you.
Okay.
Just a bit more. Hang in there.
As I hear that, I steel myself for, and brace myself for the remaining transference, and I stand back up. All right. Let's complete this.
And it continues to burn its way up. With another 6 points of fire damage. And as those silent screams are happening in another dimension, Gage, you feel a pulse ring out to you, coming from the center of the tower on not Avior, but Dominus. And while it's distant,
Go outside.
it
Look up.
it kind of like beads true, and this soul doesn't feel familiar in the sense of like having possessed it at one time, but it does feel like unique enough to catch your attention even from this distance away. And something about it gives you a tinge of hope, even amidst all the darkness that's taking place. But you understand now more than ever that your task as Soul Warden has driven purpose, because now there are waning souls that need your assistance from whatever this is, this threat that's headed towards them, or they're headed towards.
Do I feel like I need to return to Dominus
Not
to affect change?
yet, but soon.
Okay. Need to find out what's going on here. And I can use that knowledge to help to fix it at home.
And you watch as Malik kind of has like Vestara hovering above his arms as he's carrying her with him, like protectively. What is the next step?
We need to visit one of these towers. Now. Where's Maul?
Great question. He kind of vanished
Where?
in the armory.
I march off towards the armory.
Oh God, Gage! Oh! Maul, as you take another 6 points of fire damage, you watch as this pattern sheaths its way up your arm, burning into your like clavicle and upper right chest area. And you look down and you see this like intense dragon head kind of in the upper part of your shoulder, and then like that scaly pattern go down your arm. And you can add the what's it called? The aberrant dragon mark feat to Maul's character sheet.
Does the dragon's head look like it's facing outward or like it's devouring his arm?
Like it's devouring his arm. And as the dragon mark ritual completes, the weave within your shape-changing outfit kind of like reconceals the arm that was exposed back to your normal attire.
Okay. And I'll reach out to Lev. Are you there?
Yes, I believe we are one now, Maul. At least for now. Preferably until you can find a suitable body for me.
I'm sure we can arrange that at some point. I'm sure that when this is all over, Isilde can whip up something that's appropriate for you.
Yes, if she's feeling generous. But I believe your friends are probably worried about you, as oftentimes happens when you vanish for more than 5 minutes. Shall we go back?
I'm sorry that I'm traumatized.
Yeah, let's head back.
As y'all arrive in the armory, a sheen of brimstone, smoke, and fire kind of like causes Maul to reapparate back in the space.
Oh my god, there you are.
Oh, where have you been? It reeks.
I was just having a chat with Lev.
Chat time is over.
Yeah, it is over actually.
Souls are being ripped from the living and drawn into the towers. We need to go.
What do you mean?
Including Vistara. He means exactly that.
And you see like Malik in the back holding a very unconscious Vestara.
Is she okay?
For
Her
now.
soul is trying to leave her body, so.
Is she shielded?
For now, she's holding on.
We must make haste. We have to go now.
Yes.
We have to leave her here where she can be protected. We can't take her closer.
I do not think distance matters. Even now, new souls are being torn.
Okay.
From first.
Let's find Erenrel and Davrin and ask them how we can make our way there.
Perception checks.
Come on, Gage, you're good.
Wait, I have a real dice to roll. I
Holy
keep almost
shit.
using the electric one. Or
I actually did it.
resolver.
27.
I'm this is
Nat
ridiculous how I'm rolling tonight.
22.
I have advantage on perception, and I rolled 19 and 19. It's ridiculous.
Let's go.
So that's 27 or 25. Excuse me.
I rolled a sad 22.
Okay. So you all see, because those are very high, next to a suit of armor, an unconscious Davrin passed out.
No.
I check him.
Sovereign again.
Does he have a soul leaving his body?
Gage, as you get there, Davrin doesn't have any soul.
Oh no.
Does his body live still?
Yeah, it feels unconscious and just,
Unresponsive.
yeah.
Not another one.
Sovereign. Sovereign. Wake up.
Soul!
Shade, weren't
Goblin
you
soul!
with him?
Come here, boy!
As
I
you do
find like a
that,
cloak and I just throw it over him kind of haphazardly.
as you say that, Gil, from a severance, a shift, a glimpse, a sheen opens and your grove puppy comes out near you.
Oh, hey, Valmir.
Kind of like nudges your side.
What can I do for you?
Uh,
I can't cast spells right now, or I would do speak with animals, because we don't speak the same freaking languages.
it draws his attention towards the tower.
Yeah. It's bad, and it's pulling souls towards it. Should we go to there?
Kind of like nods.
Okay. I'm going there. Cool. Who should go with us?
I think
Are
all
you
of us
asking
should go.
Valmir or are you just
I'm
asking
asking
the party?
Valmir. I'm asking
What
Valmir.
language does
Any-
Valmir speak?
I'm pretty sure like
think
Celestial and some other
Sylvan?
things. And Sylvan.
I know Sylvan.
I know Celestial. As Maul.
Where is it at?
Yeah, he gave me a furry companion that we can't directly communicate.
Oh, who is this?
I have to speak with animals, but I can't talk right now. Or I can't cast spells right now.
Would I have seen this dog before? Maybe.
Yes.
Yeah, I
Very
think so.
he was
Briefly.
he was with us in Gage's domain. Like I rode him on down and then he accompanied us while we I know you weren't there when we battled Lev, but he was there up in, like until a little after the battle with Lev. He's a growth puppy. He's
Oh yeah,
great.
just speak Sylvan. There we go.
Yeah.
You're quite the beast.
Kind of
Beast is a
curiously
little
looks
pejorative.
at you.
Creature.
Creature.
He speaks Sylvan. I don't, so it's a bit of a
Oh, you speak Sylvan.
issue.
Huh. I
normally would cast speak with animals, but
And-
we can't.
Like, as you're
just
starting to
so-
say that, it's like, you understand this language. Like, that's what I say it in Sylvan to him.
The Grove Guardian looks at you. Yes, I speak Sylvan. So do you, it would appear.
Yes, I speak a lot more languages, but I can't cast spells right now. But this is what I know. What would you say to answer Gil's question? If you have any insight, anything really.
I feel a need to be present. I am going to take Gil there. Anyone brave enough to follow should, and most haste.
Which tower? There's two, apparently.
The closest one, to the south.
To the south. And anyone that's brave enough to go there. Okay.
Gotta
Yeah,
head
he wants to go to
towards
the south,
west.
and anyone that wants to follow can follow.
You speak Sylvan. Cool. He's. I'm gonna speak directly to Valmir, and just hope that he gives a response to Shade and be like, "So the Stara's soul is being pulled towards that tower. Should we bring her towards the tower or keep her away? Do you think?"
I would try and draw distance.
Okay.
Draw distance.
Okay. Thanks.
Yeah.
She's not going to that tower. Sorry. Don't mean to go back on my word, but gotta do what's good for you. Says Stara.
Okay. So that, and then the tower to the west is also an issue.
It's not a tower yet.
Yes.
However, should it become a tower, then there will be two locations drawing souls in two completely different directions.
Can we prevent it from being a tower by going there and stopping it, or should we just go here?
Potentially, but there are a limited number of you.
Unfortunately. And the numbers are dwindling as I glance over to what's his name?
Davrin?
Davrin. I keep forgetting his name. So
Those who go south, there's definitely a fight. Those who go west, there's a potential to stop a lot of lives from falling.
So, for whoever goes south, there's going to be a fight, major. And if we go west, it seems that we have a potential to just stop it from having a bunch of lives and souls just kind of be taken if we go that way too. So, I'm going to present this to you, and what do you think the best course of action is? Because there are two options, and I don't.
I think I must head west and maybe to see what I can do to stop the tower from manifesting and maybe Guild, your companion says you should go south.
Yeah, I trust him. So
Okay.
south it is for me.
I
Damn, I would have really liked to be traveling with
I think I have to go west.
you. Okay,
We should speak with Aaron.
I understand.
I would imagine he would want to go west to prevent the loss of more lives as the Life Warden.
I think you're right.
I will go south.
Because souls.
It
Hey,
is
Gage, can you like split yourself again? Keep asking.
not in this domain.
Okay.
Let's
I
head
just
back
thought-
to Dominus and then booyah! Gage is
I'll
just
go
in
6
every.
ways if you want. Every point of the compass, all 8 of them.
Okay, well. Well. Look. It's hard for me to do the right thing, always. Part of me just wants to run away. I'm gonna be 100% real with all of you. But I'm
What's
gonna
your
do the right
choice to
thing.
make?
I'm going to go ahead and try to prevent more loss. Because that seems the best course of action at the current moment. To me.
Keep Mel safe. Well, keep Shade safe.
Like,
Oh wait, yeah, you said west. You said west.
I've lost too many people in my life to lose more that I don't know, but for others to experience what I've experienced. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to head west. I'm trying to prevent this. So-
Also, if you flee, your soul would probably just get ripped out.
doesn't matter.
Yes, it matters to us.
So
Not that you would flee, but that you would lose your soul.
thank you for the clarification. Yeah, okay. So I'm heading with Maul. You two be safe. Gage, if you die, you'll just head back to Dominus anyways. Keep Gil alive.
That is unclear. But yes, I will.
We'll keep each other alive.
Let's not lose any more people. Remember the mural. Keep pushing forward. The picture that I painted last.
Just to be clear, Miranda totally knew what you meant, but Gil was like, what?
All the players knew, but all the
Someone-
characters like, what are you
Someone
talking
that
about?
just like looked through 70,000 scrolls.
Yeah.
It's like, mural? What are you talking about?
Yeah. It's just like, you're all
Can we-
invested in
how
hard
far was
and
it
this
from
message.
the archive?
We
that
passed
mural?
it like 3 or 4 times at least. We got back and
Yeah.
forth a lot.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I think last time I just looked at it and was like, and moved on. I think I gave Ditch a mustache.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, okay. Let's not lose any more people. Keep pushing forward.
But also, I just above table, you very much just made your very heartfelt mural into the hang in there kitty poster.
Yeah,
With that description.
yeah, that's fine. The corniest things are always the truest.
So there is a cloak covered Davrin. What do y'all want to do?
Someone should probably stay with the bodies.
They're everywhere.
Well, can Malik?
Malik!
Yes.
Can you watch the... Do we need the bodies to be under guard? Or I assume wherever Stara goes, you go, and we want to keep her the fuck away from those towers.
Currently, the West Tower is not raised. If you prevent it, then she will never be close to a tower. She may be safest with you. with them, actually.
I will consent to your better judgment.
And maybe Jack Dobrin as
Should
maybe
Splinter
Good.
Dobrin.
maybe Aaron Rel. You Gage, didn't you like? Were you able to keep her soul tethered to her body? Didn't you do something? Was that what you did?
I believe so.
Maybe Aaron Rel can,
Do
as live
something
warden,
similar.
can do something to like lock it there.
Perhaps. We should speak
So-
with him.
Yeah, we can go speak with him and see if he can do something to protect her, since he's, he may have that ability to do it with anyone, but obviously he can't be everywhere at once. But if he's with her now, he can do something for her to keep it protected from further.
Give her that Disney princess suspended animation treatment.
Right. Okay. Let's head upstairs and talk to Aaron Rel and Malik. I'll carry Davrin, and Malik can bring Vistara.
This is going to force an interaction. Okay, so you all head up to where the arrival grounds is. And as soon as you get there, Annie and Aaron Rel kind of like witness your presence. Aaron Rel, you see a much unconscious Davrin in Maul's arms as y'all are approaching.
Maul walks up to Aaron Rel, says, I think that his soul was pulled. He collapsed, or he was collapsed when we found him. And Aaron Rel says, I was worried about this. We should put him somewhere safe. I think the only thing we can do now for him is to go retrieve the souls, as many as we can. And Maul walks out of the room and goes and lays him in what he believes to have been Davrin's quarters. And then Aaron Rel turns towards Malik carrying Vistara, and he says, Gage, did you restore her soul? Did you save it from being pulled?
For now, yes.
Maybe I can do something to prevent it.
Sometimes Vistara needs to be talked to. So just, tell her to stay in there. She can be stubborn. Use it.
I'm going to take her body from Malik, and I'm going to carry it to where her quarters are, and I'm going to lay her on her cot or her bed, and I'm going to get down next to her, and I'm going to do sort of a lay on hands, but it's a little something different. And you see her forehead just kind of start glowing, and he puts his hand on her forehead, and you see almost sort of like a glittery golden like web kind of drape over her, and he stands up, and that's the best I can do for now. Hopefully it'll hold long enough for us to take care of the source of the problem.
As you do that, you feel a reassuring presence gauge you it, as well as Vestara's soul attaches back to her body. And in that moment, you realize that the power of a soul warden and a life warden together may be able to restore the souls lost. And also in that moment, the first soul arrives at the tower, and it makes its way up winding corridors and other passageways that are hidden even to the group of you, but those wardens within your group can feel it as it reaches the top and is immediately eviscerated.
We need to hurry.
We
And
must.
both wardens
Okay.
feel compelled to go south.
We must leave now.
Let's go.
I understand you have a way, Gil, to get us there immediately. Your companion.
I don't know about immediate. Can you take us there immediately?
He looks at Shade. I can take her.
Yeah.
They can take you, and that's it.
Yeah, that's kind of what I thought. You can get me there.
Okay.
Not sure. I thought Aaronrell had some.
Well,
but
my
Perhaps, and he looks at Shade, I can call on a few friends for assistance. Momentarily, at least.
He's gonna call in a few friends momentarily. Just be ready.
Hey, thanks, bud. And I subtly give him a little bit of ear scritches.
I would offer Nightwing, but she would be too slow for us to get there in time to save as many.
And you watch as more portals begin to open up, and 3 other Grove Guardians, different colors. One midnight as the sky is, one composed purely of shimmering luminescence, and another with a shifting pattern of ice and fire between the plumage around its body.
I think this is our way. Are you ready, Gage?
I'm ready.
Gil?
Ready as I'll ever be.
All right, I'll look down at the Grove Guardians. We're ready.
Shade, good luck.
Same to you.
You got this.
And Maul walks back in.
Oh, sorry.
Yep.
Well, good luck. You got this.
Are y'all on your way?
Yeah. Aaronrell is coming with us,
Okay.
largely to avoid Brent having to play 2 characters at the
I
same
tried
time.
so hard.
If that's going to continue, I'll say this: if that's going to continue into the future, I really have to work to distinguish their voices.
But you know what that means? You get to go to all the sessions where the rest of us will be like on off weeks or something.
Yeah.
They'll be on withdrawals.
Mm-hmm.
So who's taking which grove puppy?
I think
I'm sticking
Aaron
with
Rail would
Valmir.
take Aaron Rail would take the all black one.
Okay.
Gage would take the luminescent one.
Okay.
And that's all we have, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And the fire and ice one can hopefully help the others get to their destination. Or just join us for funsies.
Just be in the background.
Maybe
So
he doesn't want to miss out.
you watch as they start to gear up and get ready to leave. Annie walks up to Aaron Rail. I don't believe I would be much use for you out there, considering magic doesn't work, so I'll assist the others.
Okay. Thank you. Is Aaron Rail able to mount Nightwing and take her? Like, you know how for anytime a spell like he can cast or whatever that targets him, it can also target the mount. Is that something? Is
Yeah.
it something that he can mount her and go through the whatever, have this transportation so she can go as well?
Yeah, I would say so.
Okay. All right. Then she's going with him. All right. Take care of them. We're going to try to stop the bleeding of the souls this way, and maybe you can prevent the activation of the other tower.
I will do my best, Master. No promises.
You're strong enough. I know you are.
And should Malik comes back into the room, should Vestara awaken, I will bring her to whichever needs aid. And he kind of looks between Gage and Maul.
I think she'll have a way of determining who would best.
No, I want to keep her away from that southern tower. I don't care if her soul's reattached. It might be a tenuous attachment.
So urge her to go west.
That'd be great. Also, magic doesn't work at the South Tower, so. She is capable in general, yes, but.
Yeah, I think her abilities are innate and not necessarily magic. I don't know. It's up for discussion.
She's never been very clear about that.
If she comes west, it won't matter. Hopefully, she can help us when she awakens, if she does. All right.
So you're sending Nightwing with Maul and Shade and kind of keeping that link open?
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Or are you taking Nightwing and leaving them with the other two Grove puppies?
And Nightwing can communicate. The mounts can communicate with their master or with their rider.
Take your seat. You guys have trust.
Well, I'm sorry?
Take your steed. You guys have trust in one another. It'll be useful.
Okay. All right. If Aaron, do you want to send us with your
Oh, I meant Aaron take his steed.
Oh,
Sorry.
okay. Yeah, I think yeah, that makes sense for Aaron Reldon.
Yeah.
We'll be fine. We don't.
You get the
we
other
don't
Grove
need-
Guardians are here to help you guys.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, we'll be fine.
I will. Maul will obviously choose the fire. Grove
And
Guardian.
What's left?
The
black one.
The black one.
The darkness one.
The midnight.
The one that like really matches well with your outfit right now.
Your very blinged out outfit. I know. I see you changed your vibe in all this chaos.
Funny enough, I'm gonna send y'all a picture. I'm still working on it, but this is what Strade's kind of wearing at the current moment. As soon as
We're
it
all
loads.
looking all over the place.
Oh, in the Zoom chat, I see.
Okay. All right.
What is this?
Armor, necklace, all that stuff. Yeah, okay. This makes sense. This makes a lot of sense, especially with.
Yeah, I mean, but that
Did-
armor's black. It should be gleaming and encrusted.
Have y'all noticed
Believe
that I
the
don't
word
have a
encrusted
shadow?
was used. There's a very slight shadow behind your back. From our perspective, your left, but actually your right foot.
No, there's no shadow.
There absolutely is. You
No,
can see
on me,
it.
on me, in character.
Not the miniature that doesn't know the
He,
rules.
His shadow disappeared when he
Yeah.
got that whatever happened.
Yeah, I don't know.
The mimic is casting a shadow.
Is it?
No,
Huh.
not right now. But that would be pretty funny if it's freaking like
All right.
making you look
The
crazy.
mimic's not casting your mimic's not casting a shadow either.
You knew it was a.
Wait,
Did
what
all
are
of
you
you
talking
know-
about?
You
Mimic?
didn't?
No, again. This is a mimic, Maul.
How is that a mimic?
The best part is Gil knew
Did you get that here?
when it was handed to
No!
Shade.
You know when
I
we got you
know,
Cinder? Yeah, that's this. I got.
Gage gave you a mimic?
The Kenku did. Oh, you never met the Kenku. But yes.
What Kenku?
It was
What?
the
What do you mean? What Kenku? The one in the palace.
in the armory.
In the armory. In the palace.
I live there alone.
Inside check.
I suppose I should use a die so I don't reveal.
Is Gage developing humor?
22.
Even with my
yeah.
bonus, there's no way I got that high. As far as Gage knows, he's telling the truth. He didn't know anything about a Kenku, and as far as he knows, you're crazy.
Okay. Well, this is weird. Yeah, this is Mimic. Anyways, I don't have a shadow anymore. I don't know what happened. Yeah, but this makes sense. This makes, especially with the new fit, with the new wardrobe and everything. Yeah, I'm harder to hit, and like I hit my chest, like, and it's just like the plate, the half plate. Okay.
Do bodies without souls not cast shadows?
Excuse me.
He's still conscious, so he has a soul, right?
Excuse me.
We may be overthinking this.
Okay.
I don't
All
know. I
right.
just saw Stax's reaction to that.
Gage, do I have a soul?
Does he? I assume so.
He has that solely attached to inside you, so
Okay.
It is likely
Alright.
an effect of the armor, since that is
Oh.
the new object.
Oh, okay. The armor. That makes
Okay.
sense, actually. That armor is pretty crazy. All right. We must go. We have to get.
Yeah. Anyways, sorry. I'm gonna sheathe the rapier. Best of luck to all of you. Don't die. Can't take another loss. I can't. Okay, just stay alive, please.
Farewell, Despair Warden.
Despair. Okay, you are developing a sense of humor. Oh my god, I'm so happy. I'm so proud of you. Anyways, don't die. Let's go, Maul.
I think they'll be fine. I trust two wardens together. They should be unstoppable.
I'm gonna give both of them a hug before I go.
Gil
I
and
know.
Gage, the two
Both
least
of them.
likely to hug.
Yeah. It doesn't matter.
I'm
All
like,
right, I'm gonna give what weapon have I seen Gage? I would have when I was down in the armory grabbing those or
the
down
non-magical weapons.
the non-magical weapons. I would have known what weapon Gage normally uses, and I would have
Oh,
grabbed one of those.
longsword.
It's non-magical, and I would have also I grabbed a non-magical longbow for, and then of
Cool.
course like 5 bundles of arrows or something.
Pure mensch.
Yeah, what a good.
Um,
It's like
And I, after having done the awkward hug with Shade, I'm like, I'll go give Mal like a quick, brief hug. Don't die.
You either.
It's like the bro pat,
And-
but
and-
don't die.
And he says, "You either, champion."
He didn't say the champion.
Right after I told you not to die.
It doesn't come up a lot, but I would like to remind people that Gage is 6'6". So that hug was like low,
okay, hold on. Whoa,
All time low.
unless you jumped up.
Uppies.
Shade could shift sizes. Hold on.
Jade can be as tall as he wants to be, as long as he's still medium in size.
I just now picture Shade like just gradually getting taller as he goes.
Does Shade have shape shifting syndrome?
He's like Mr. Fantastic.
Well, like in the mini form, the thing is, Shade's like 6'4". That's a thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So about the same height anyway.
yeah. It's not that
Yeah.
much.
Okay. Okay.
Aaron Rail's just a little over 6 foot. I mean, Aaron Rail's not Aaron Rail, but Maul. God, I'm getting confused. Maul's a little over 6 foot. Aaron Rail's like closer to 7.
How do you do this, Dax?
They're all here. They just like sit down in the front seat when it's their turn.
Gil is
Alright.
5'7".
Okay.
How-
Yes.
The Grove Guardians they're not mounts, right? They're just companions, right? We just
No, they are big enough to be mounted.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm going to nod to everyone, turn to Shade and look at him, and then we got this, and then mount the Fire Grove Guardian and disappear.
Run off.
Oh, okay, run off.
Run off into the Kilala sky.
As like I go to get on the Shadow Wolf. Thank you for your assistance. And I say it in Sylvan. And as I'm leaving, I'm gonna turn back to Gage and say I guess I am the Gage of the I guess I am the Warden of Despair. See you soon, fellow Warden.
Good luck.
And you watch Andy look at them for a moment before quickly casting a bunch of spells and buffs on himself as he lifts up off the ground and flies after Maul and Shade,
Got some
Keeping-
levels.
keeping pace. Almost hasted. As for the rest of you, Aaron Rella, you get onto Nightwing, and that conviction to be the Life Warden, knowing now that you have a time limit not only to save Davrin's soul, but the souls of many, including Lady Beckett's, before it is removed from existence. Gage, you get on the luminescent Grove Guardian, and for once in a while, you feel a sense of purpose, a clear direction of what needs to happen next, where these past few days haven't been that clear. Gil, as you get onto the Grove Puppy, there's a flurry of emotions as this next two family group that you have has to split once more, but you're holding fast to hoping that y'all all will come back together safely. Maul, you and Shade are headed off as Annie kind of catches up to all of you, and as your Grove Puppy runs, one foot kind of like causes a flurry of fire trail to spark back, and then the other a sheen of ice. And Shade, yours just leaves back this long, starry patterned shadow before fading out. Even though everyone's headed in different directions, there are a few things that have to end on the horizon ahead of you. The path may not be easy, but y'all are almost certain that if anyone has the capability of taking on whatever this is, it's y'all's crazy crew. And as we fade out of that area, the camera metaphorically zooms in to the tower, where this beautiful sun elf woman stands looking at the horizon, a smile creeping across her face as yet another soul is eviscerated before her. And in the voice of Mother, just a few more souls, and I will have enough to make my way to Diademia to exact my next plans. And as Solara looks out at the horizon, that's where we're going to end it.
What you're saying is if we fail, we get rid of
Laura.
He said somehow. In the voice of Mother.
Yep. I mean, I knew who Solara was.
That's what you told us last time.
I killed her.
Yeah.
I killed her. I didn't personally kill her, but I failed to bring her back.
Here we are.
Dude, okay.
Damn it.
So
Damn it.
we're probably not going to be here next Friday because of the holiday week, but stay tuned. We'll probably be back the first week of the new year on the 3rd with one of the parties. I got to get with everybody and see who's available. And and then we'll continue from there as I consistently split the party 3 ways now. But it's fine. I'm not worried. You shouldn't be worried either with your non-magical items. Stick around for yet another raid and come back with us tomorrow at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time for another not so somber holiday special as we continue to raise money for No Kid Hungry, which I will put that in the old chat. And yeah, a lot of stuff happened tonight, and not sure how I feel about most of it, but here we are.
He does.
You're the
he
DM.
does.
I know.
You don't know how you feel about
I
what you
know.
did to us tonight?
It's finally, it's like the picture is finally like fading in. But yes, thank you all, as always. You are more than welcome at our table, and we will see you the next time.
Love y'all. Bye.
In the dusk of Achordia.
Dusk of Achordia.
Dusk of Achordia.
Zach, thank you for making wonderful stories.
Aww! Inspiration!